All right, here we are. Hi, folks. Welcome to session 31 of the swing. And just to say again, how privileged I am to be able to meet with you and to do this. And I love this. I love it. Last Thursday, no, I know that everyone was with me on Thursday, we dealt with just the idea, the theme of the fusion. And just to remind you what the fusion is, it's so much a part of the Yat work, is when one is so bound and your body is just saying no more, no more, no more. And it takes you through to maybe tears, maybe laughter. And it just feels like right now, our countries globally, not just United States, but also in Canada, which has an enormous amount of racism and injustice, but all over the world, we're experiencing that fusion. And hopefully as artists, that underneath we have a freedom and a freedom of love. I mean, I was watching Kimberly Jones today. I don't know if anyone has seen her, the writer, and this is a wonderful Black American author. And she finishes by saying, we're lucky that Black people are looking for equality and not revenge. And it was so moving because we carry revenge. All of us carry revenge. What is equality? And I just want to say before we start that we are artists. We're all artists. And that means that we are, I believe as a white privileged male, but as someone who's trying so hard to get somewhere in terms of understanding, that we are all political. And art is political. Whether we like it or not, it is political. I don't necessarily, as a human being, trust organizations that say we are a political theater, because that boxes in, we are a political theater, I'm a political human being. I don't necessarily think that. I think that it is implied that we are political. Because what are we doing as artists if we're not trying to produce social change? I mean, art has brought down governments when necessary. Art is action. And as artists, it's very painful because as artists, so many of us are we have such empathy. We're stuck with it. We're stuck with that sensitivity. What do we do with it? Do we retreat in our sadness, in our despair? Or are we able, as artistic human beings who are utterly alive, able to come through that and produce some kind of action, to go more than take a stand, to do more than simply understand? And I'm not saying I have any answers. I mean, as any other arts organization, YBC is trying to find new ways of doing things, but individually, that's the most important thing. So the world is very hard. That is all the more reason why we need to find freedom. And where do we find freedom? Where's our country? Where's our global community? Where is it? It's in us. If it doesn't start in us, if it is not in our body, in our minds, in our spirits, in our heart, in our emotions, in our memory, in our love, in our hope. Fusions take us to hope. We go through tears, but fusions will do that. And as I said in the Thursday class, that is so much a part of character. So are we afraid of words? Yeah. I'm afraid of words. I'm afraid because then I think, oh, well, I'm not going to comprehend, go through it. So it's time for me not to be afraid. What is freedom? So today, in terms of whatever images, wherever we are in the swings, I just want to do some very simple swings, but with it, let's call this particular session of swings, swinging for freedom. For freedom. Not just freedom in ourselves, freedom from ourselves, but freedom in the world. Freedom to speak the truth. Freedom even to be angry. Anger is okay. Go somewhere. You know, as Kimberly Jones says, revenge, that's something, that is a big knot. We won't get anywhere with revenge. Lots of characters, we see that. How far did Iago get with revenge? Nowhere. So we find freedom. So let's swing. and I won't talk anymore about it. Let's just have a lovely time swinging in freedom, whatever that means to you, okay? Whatever that means, right? Here you are, right? We have been in isolation. So many people I've spoken to, by the way, in terms of isolation, have talked to me about freedom, that in the isolation, they have found the freedom of other aspects of themselves. What is the freedom that we would like to experience in the world? What is the freedom in terms of us being able to participate in the world in the most positive way possible? It'll only happen through where we are, of opening up. I believe, I get to say this, but this is just me, by opening up as many reservoirs, as many notes as we can, so that we understand from a deep place that we are the world. Open. Wow. And you deserve freedom. We take on the pain of others. We live in the pain of ourselves. But we deserve freedom that will break through pain. Open as wide as you can. Don't stretch with your arms, it's an inner stretch. Open between your eyes that are closed. Open in your rib case. Open in your hips, in your knees, in your shoulders, in your jaw. Freedom is wide. Freedom is never narrow. Release and you're still there. And open your eyes in free flow. And without fear of empathy. Oh, I am so empathetic. And I have such empathy. That can be a closed statement. Allow it. Open forward. Feel the swing in the back, the freedom in the back. Swinging in freedom. Back. Feel the freedom of your future. Freedom does not necessarily always be joy. Freedom to experience yourself as a contributing artist, whatever that means. I'm not being moralistic, whatever that means to you. Freedom angled. Freedom back angled. And release. Open side. Good. Open angle forward. What did I do? Open forward. Open angle forward again. Open side. Open angle back. Feel how you become sustained. Open straight back. Feel how the rhythm changes. Angle back. Angle. Release. You're feeling all that table. Up. Feel the breath. Let's feel the freedom of the breath. Way down your back. As you stand in limitless spheres. No blocks. No right angles. For the actor, for us. Into the subterranean future. Bring your head up. Feel that freedom in the back of your skull. Way into the spheres of lightness behind you. The sustained, floating, gliding spheres. Feel that freedom is still there. Go back in depth into ringing and pressing which you do not have to associate with bound flow. Associate it with free flow. Associate your strength of your past, of your ancestors, of yourself, of your history, of your childhood with free flow. Why the hell not? We spend such a long time dragging, but we can free those knots. And as actors, we need to. And up above you in height, way up behind you, in the lightness of your floating, of your gliding, the breath, the spheres, feel it way down in your toes. Where's the breath? We're going to keep breathing in freedom and release. What have you done? You've opened here, 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 here. I figured out there's about 64 places of breath, of spheres that we can open. Up, right. Feel the breath way below you on your left side. Down right, feel the breath way up here, above your left shoulder. Feel how the breath will go there. And what does it do to your perception? Just stay on the right side, the right angle of action. Go way back on your right. Feel the breath up here, up on your left. Feel how you become sustained again. Some characters love being there. Trust, give over to the freedom of your strength in your past, rather than being bound, which so many of us are in our past. And way up behind us, feel the freedom way below, in front of you on the left. You are up there in the floating or the gliding. Let it float. Let the breath float, light, flexible, sustained and free. Let it glide. Float, glide, float, glide. Feel the breath, float, glide, and release. Now feel how free the breath is and just swinging into the right side of your body. Some people prefer that right side of freedom. Acknowledge it, that you exist there, the depth of your right, the height of your right, the past of your right. Left down, breathe, and up. Let us swing, the breath is a swing. Left up, feel the swing. Left on the table plane, feel the swing. Left behind you in the stratosphere, the floating, the gliding. Make sure that your right hip is not twisting, because that's not freeing. That can so often be armor. Let it open. Let it open. And you'll feel a difference. You'll feel wider and perhaps more vulnerable. And perhaps you will be in touch with a sadness and not afraid of your empathy. And down, and feel the swing of breath. Breathe, so breath is the swing. And swing to the left. Feel that freedom. You exist there. Whoa, you exist there. Way, you exist there. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, and stand to yourself and ask, where are you freer? Where do you prefer? Your left side or your right side? Or whenever you swing, if you prefer your right side, swing more on your left. Where are you freer? In your future and your past? If you're freer on the future, swing more into your past. So it's all around us. All these spheres, let's swing through them. Let's just swing for the joy of it, for the freedom. Where's your freedom? The freedom inside you, man. Swing. I'm ready to swing. Bend into it. But it's still soft. It never stops. Never stops. The action creates the release, the transmitting and the receiving. And it's beautiful. You don't know what's going to come to you, but something comes. It is free. And the swinging is designed to celebrate your freedom and to connect with the knots that will eventually be free to the unknown, where the artist really goes and comes from. That magical freedom. Change the action and release. Way! Wow! 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 Give yourself over to the past. Way! Wow! 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 And stand in that. Now you can do that for 45 minutes, just that swing, and not be exhausted. Not be exhausted. And if we are within that freedom of ourselves, we will be rejuvenated moment by moment. And we will be in touch with that healthy part of ourselves. And that healthy part of ourselves will take care of us. What does this have to do with acting? Everything. Celebrate this. Celebrate the freedom of the past. Step back into it. On the right. We're to stay there in the freedom, that place between the past and the future, that place of wonder. Stand in that wonder, wonder, in the middle of that figure eight, other side, left, and it is wonderful, you know. Energy, body, would stay there. Where you don't know whether you're going forward or backwards. Wow. That place, right? On the swing as a child, where you don't know whether you're going to go over or come back. That's the place of tremendous creativity, of non-judgment, of wonder. Stay there, stand forward, right? We're still swinging, right? We're still swinging, we're still swinging, we're still swinging. Action and release of transmitting and receiving changes. Hey, right foot forward. Hey, hey,
And it never stops, you know, it never bloody well stops because it's still swirling around there. Hey, 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 hey. Slow it down. It's wider. Hey, hey, we're going to stay there. And you were in between yourself. The masculine and the feminine. Stay there, come back. Other side. Hey, 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 hey. Slow it down. Hey. Where's it going? I don't know. Hey, let's stay there. The sense of wonder. Come back. Stand in your freedom. Freedom can sometimes be scary. If you're a painter, if you're a writer, if you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you're an actor, if you're a director, if you're a circus performer, you stand within your freedom. There's always somewhere freedom. Even if you're playing something very nasty, somewhere in you is freedom. That's what we want. That's what we need. We work. Now in the world, what is it? That it comes from you. You're the instrument of freedom. Wow. Just wow. 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 Side. Woo. Woo. I go forward. Woo. Woo. More forward. Woo. Go further back. Woo. Move forward. Whoa. 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 I want to stay. What is that freedom? Yield to it. Yield to it. Breathe right here into the right part of your torso. Don't twist. What is that? What is that beautiful stretch of freedom? And still there. If that's there, that's there. The angle. Other side. Wow. 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 Angle left. Wow. Wow. Angle forward a bit. Wow. You go further back. Wow. Angle forward a bit. Whoa. If you go forward, you go further back. Whoa. That's life, isn't it? Whoa. You go angle a bit more. Whoa. And right forward. Whoa. Way back. Whoa. Way back. Whoa. Slow it down. Whoa. I'm going to stay there. In depth, in the past, but with free flow. And stand in that. Where's that freedom? In here. A freedom. In our body. In our body. Hey. Hey. Hey, way down. Hey, jiggle around down there. Whoa! You don't define it. Whoa! Chaos is indefinable. Whoa. And we'll create order. Whoa! We'll inform. Whoa! Let it go. Yo! Draw up your body. Whoa! Let it touch your body. Whoa! Coming up. Whoa! Coming up. Whoa! And stand in that. Freedom. does not have to be light. You can yield to such strength in freedom. I think I have so much of my life been afraid of my strength. I'm this old guy who's beginning to celebrate his strength. Whatever that means. Whoa. 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 So let's let the arms really cross. Whoa. 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 To the left. Whoa. Chaos. Whoa. We're going to stay there. Whoa. Stay there. What's that? What are the spheres you're touching? Because you know you live there. Drop your arms. Hips, shoulders, head. Wow. And I know I asked this question a lot, but what character does that make you want to write about or play? Other side. Whoa. Whoa. Where'd you go? Whoa. It's so expansively beautiful. Whoa. The more the action, the more the release. Whoa. And let's stay there. Whoa. What is wonderful there? Stay there. Hips, shoulders, head. This makes me want to play something beautifully, freely manipulative. That's a terrible thing to say. This makes me feel much more optimistic. Ooh, wow. They're different for everybody. What do these spheres make you want to do? Right? What do they make you want to do? Right? They're not there to be reached there. They're just there for the summon, right? To summon us, to bring us through our center. And through our center is the character. Through our center is the impulse. Right? Through our center is the impulse, right? We're talking about, you know, where is the intention? Where is the objective, right? What? You know, what does the person want? We don't even know what we want in our life, but it comes from our subconscious. Where? That is our objective. That's our intention. Wow. Through the chaos. Wow. Through the chaos. All of this could be related to Stanislavski, right? And wow. 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 Chaos. Wow. Chaos. Isn't it beautiful to swing into chaos? Wow. That freedom, just let that freedom, wow, take you all the way, meet yourself back there, and then just stay there. That our body deserves freedom. And through freedom, maybe we will understand more and contribute more. I don't know. I don't want to be more of a stick stand. I hope so. Not to be tied by fear or revenge or hate or the convenience of words. Release. Whoa. Now change it. Whoa. Throw it away. Whoa. Throw it away. Whoa. It's gone forever, like a line. Whoa. In text. Whoa. An intention. Whoa. Whoa. Or an action. Whoa. Whoa. Or an activity. Comes back to yourself, and there it is. All of the work, the Stanislavski work, comes through us. We may just be standing an entire play, which is very beautiful. And all the movement will still come through us. And our entire bodies, every part of our body will be vital and alive and in reserve, but it'll be felt. Close your eyes, go to your breath, lower your center. And on the breath, just swinging open the breath, open your eyes and don't know what you're going to see. Let it come to you like the very first time. You know, how do you find on stage that feeling of being the very first time? It's very tough. I was in a long tour in Ontario for 8 months, the very first time. I was in the Threepenny Opera in the West End in England for 6 months. Every night, the very first time, the very first time. How do you find that? It has to come from a sense of wonder and delight and investigation and openness and childlike energies. And just very gently swinging in freedom and height. Hey, yeah, okay. Yeah, an angle right. Why not, hey? It's there, why not? And right, why not, hey? Yeah. Back behind you, angle it, hey. Directly behind you. Hey. Just knowing that you're there. All I'm asking you to is know that you're there. I'm going to side, hey. Angle back, hey. Angle left. And go forward, and forward, and go left down. It's there. Angle right, left, angle sorry down, and left to the side down. It's there. And angle back. It's there. You're there. Just go. Just allow yourself to receive yourself. Back. Other side, hey, angle, hey, to the right, feel the breath there, angle, open, 1, 2, 3, and change action and release, just twice, hey, angle, hey, release. Hey, different energy. Hey, behind you. Hey, directly behind you. Hey, left. Hey, angle. Hey, left. Hey, it's vital. Hey, it's muscular. Hey, and forward. Hey, and down. Hey, angle. Hey, left. Hey, angle back. Hey, directly back, hey, right, hey, angle, hey, right, hey, what's the freedom, hey, and forward, hey, and wow, left, wow, right, wow, and hey, back right, back right, back right, back right, back left, back left, back left, back left, forward right, 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 left, left, angle right, further, other side, sorry, angle right back, whoa, other side, whoa, and feel that freedom, feel that freedom, skirt of freedom. Just walk around in that freedom. Just walk around in that skirt of freedom, swimming, and in height. Just take a moment to just stand in it. That you are not occupied by space. You are occupying space. There's a huge difference. We are our own jailers. We unlock ourselves, and it's fucking scary but beautiful. We feel ourselves behind us. We feel ourselves in width. We feel ourselves ahead of us. And we're standing in the midst of the most extraordinary energy. And we are able to summon this energy when creating character. But it's our energy, so that our energy meets the character. Married, we marry with the character. It's a union. And it creates something that we haven't experienced before. It still belongs entirely to you. It still comes entirely from you, but it meets parts of yourselves that we're not used to meeting, but that's still you. Because everything is in you. It has to be. You are you. And 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and sweeping. Nice and easy. 2, really easy. 3, 4, drop right. 1, why not? 2, why not? 3. Think about around, look around you. Swing again. Come on, I get it. 2, flop like that. Flop. Like a rag doll and that. All right. 4, and swing again. Let go. 2, and right. All right. And right. 4, and both. 1, 2, all right. 4, and right. Why not? So wing. 2, let go. So right. Let go. 4, and up. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. We stay there for a moment. 2. Feel the depth of yourself, the swing and the depth of yourself, but it is not locked. It is free. Stand in it. It is always moving. The depth of yourself is always moving. Freedom is moving. It is not bound. We do not need diffusion. If we do, our body will tell us. The world will tell us. The country will tell us. But we can live within that. And it will be felt. Back. Way back. Wow. Wow. The inner, into the subconscious, into the unknown, hey, into the exploration, wow, of the subconscious, wow. The character comes to us, hey, hey, and through it, wow, 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 and over, wow, the intention, the motivation, the motivation and the action, the character, motivation and the action, whoa, into the character. This is the time when we forget so often in acting, to let us keep dipping into that character, swimming in that character, swimming in that character, swimming to the world. Whoa. 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 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Without a straight line. This, 2, 3, 4. I mean, without this thing, the knee. 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go left now. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, and right. 2 and left. 2 and right. Left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Stand in that width. I was talking in a class on Thursday about width and comedy and the importance of making people laugh, particularly when times are troubled, and how I love the Charlie Chaplin walk. Charlie Chaplin walks in width, right? And then I mentioned The Great Dictator and thinking, my gosh, that's what we should all be watching. When Charlie Chaplin, political, comedian, hilarious, people said, no, you can't say that. You can't say this about Hitler. You can't say this about the Jewish community. You can't say this, but he did. And he created something so beautiful because he found it in width, right? He found it in width, and it was so moving, and it was so open, and it was so vulnerable, and it was so free. And it's still so worth watching. So when I finished class, I watched it. And I was so moved by this little fella, right? This little fellow, this beautiful clown. And the fact that he lived his politics. And it didn't mean throwing it at people. It didn't mean throwing, crashing, bombarding, saying this is the way it had to be. He did it through beauty. He did it through beauty, and he actually attacked through beauty and comedy way before people didn't want to make this movie. Fascism. That was rather beautiful. Open. So all I'm saying is freedom and openness, and the artist doesn't always have to make you walk out into the street and slash your wrists because you see how the world is awful. It can make you laugh, make you cry. It can make you empowered. It can feed into your empathy. Slightest change that might come from something that an artist does is beautiful. And I think that it's really important at this time that we think about that. We can't all be out on the streets. We can't even all be writing things, but there are things that we can do.